Good afternoon and welcome to Nora's Dog Training Company. We're here this afternoon with Cedric and Rich, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today on video is your boy's ability to understand and respond to his formal obedience commands. The little tiny corrections and lots of motivation that we give Cedric when we're working with him, and the training equipment that we're using. Rich is using a regular 6-foot web training leash, and he keeps the bulk of the leash folded neatly in his right hand. That leaves his left hand free to give any correction that's needed, and the only correction that we give is a little tug and release on the training collar. And that is the second piece of equipment that we're using. Cedric's going to come home with his very own training equipment, and you're going to be taught how to use that properly tomorrow during your follow-up training session. Now, he is sitting very nicely at Rich's left, which is where all of our obedience training is done. And the first exercise that we're going to demonstrate for you is heeling. Heeling is nothing more than proper leash walking, and the command is Cedric, heel.
Cedric, heel.
Now at this point, Cedric has a job to do, and that is to maintain pace with you during walks. And these are more or less formal walks in town where there's people and distractions around, and his shoulder should not pass your left leg. If you want to keep it interesting for Cedric, you change pace, you change direction, because what you're looking for is that eye contact with him. We have a blanket out here for Cedric for some of his commands, because as big and tough as he thinks he is, he doesn't like his belly on the cold ground. Nice automatic sit, and the next command that we're going to demonstrate is the sit stay. Stay is a hand and a voice command, and because it is a stationary exercise, it is a one-word command. The long sit stay, when you're practicing at home, start out at about a minute and work slowly over the next several weeks up to 3 minutes. That is regulation sit stay. When Rich returns back to him, he will walk all the way around him. Cedric should remain seated until Rich gets back to where they started. He gives him some praise, and he tells him to heel again. It is really damp. It's not real cold, but it is pretty yucky out here. Very nice. Rich leaves him in another sit stay. He walks out to the end of his leash and turns to face him. He's going to use his name and a happy voice, and this is the come on command. Now, I know at home you're using a whistle. That's fine. Use whatever works, but he is responding to the come on command off leash in our big play yard, as well as on leash when he's working. When we first started working today, he was looking up in the trees, checking out for squirrels and birds. Rich will demonstrate that recall exercise again, because I know that's important to you. You use his name and a happy voice, or you can use your whistle, and you call him. And he should come right in and sit. No front feet on you.
Cedric, heel.
I'm going to move this camera back just a little bit. He's doing a really, really good job. And he does it with a good attitude as well. Now the next command is the down from a heel position. So with him seated at your left, you're going to use your left open palm straight down toward the ground on the one-word command to down and stay. We didn't think Cedric would need a blanket today, but we were wrong. He does need a blanket. Your long down stay, you're going to practice at home working up to 5 minutes.
Stay.
And I know some of these commands Cedric knew when he got here, but now they're formalized for you, and you can actually do drill work with him, which is another way to keep his mind occupied other than throwing balls and, you know, play. This is work. And this is really good for him. I think he has the makings of a service dog.
Down.
Left open palm, straight down toward the ground, the one-word command to down and stay. Remember, you're working toward a 5-minute long down stay. And then Rich will call him out of that down.
Cedric, come.
Good job. Right in and sits, and he's looking right up at Rich.
Cedric, heel.
And he likes the time that we spend working with him. It's one-on-one attention, and it's forcing him to use what's between his ears.
Cedric, heel. Down. Stay.
Yeah, practice right in your living room. You don't have to go outside in the rain to practice obedience. You can practice in a very small area, because if you don't have control of him inside, you're not going to have control of him outside. And the very last command that we're going to demonstrate for you, and it's a good thing because it's starting to rain, is you're down from a distance. So have him seated first, leave him in a stay, turn to face him. This is the only time that you're going to use your right hand to give the command.
Down. Down.
And you saw Rich give that little tiny correction, which is that little tug and let go on his training collar. Now we have demonstrated for you all of Cedric's formal on-leash obedience commands. He's done a great job here at school. You can tell he's been a little spoiled. He loves his belly rubs. We've enjoyed having him. We look forward to seeing you tomorrow. And thank you for choosing Nora's Dog Training Company.